What's up guys, welcome to Spare Change. Here on the channel, we do a lot of home theater related videos, and we also discuss video and audio content like streaming media and 4K and 3D Blu-rays. So if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. In for a review, we have the fourth movie in the franchise, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol on 4K Blu-ray. I'm not going to review the movie, I'm just going to share my thoughts on the video and audio quality. Now for some tech specs. The movie was shot on 35mm and IMAX. It's got a 4K DI. It's rated PG-13. Runtime is 132 minutes. Aspect ratio is 239:1, so there are black bars if you're watching on a television. Alright, I said Mission Impossible Rogue Nation was the best looking in the series, and I stand corrected. This one is clearly the best looking. Right from the opening flyover shot of Budapest, the image was just clean and well defined. Now this movie is shot on 35mm, so there is some very fine, highly resolved grain for most of the runtime. Some parts are heavier than others, but I found it hardly a distraction, and I thought it was quite cinematic. Sharpness and detail ranges from a somewhat soft film-like appearance to clean and extra crisp. Fine detail on costumes like Sawyer's wool cap and worn leather jacket were rendered almost perfectly. Now speaking of perfect, Chapter 10 skyscraper scene is what you think of when you say 4K. It's shot on IMAX cameras, so the amount of detail and sharpness here is amazing. If the entire movie looked like this chapter, it'd be a perfect 10. HDR usage here is nothing extravagant, but the color palette gets a nice improvement over the 1080p version. The sandstorm in Chapter 13 is bathed in warm golden hues, and black levels during the nighttime shots in Chapter 7 are deep and contrasty. HDR's wider color gamut brings out better gradational tones found throughout the skylines, with transitions from grays and blacks being highlighted in Ethan's prison escape in Chapter 1. Eye-popping spectral highlights are spread all throughout the movie, from city lights at night to the sun reflecting off the Dubai skyscraper. Audio is in Dolby True HD 7.1, so we don't get a new Dolby Atmos mix. But that's not such a bad thing, as this mix is pretty aggressive with a very nice, wide, and very detailed soundstage. Chapter 13 was a standout, with sand blowing around the room and the chatter of people moving back and forth between speakers. Bass response in the Kremlin explosion in Chapter 5 goes extremely low and hits nice and hard. Ambient effects are always present, whether you're in a car or just around the city, so there's always something going on within all the channels. Dialogue was easy to hear, so no complaints there. So for audio, I'm gonna give it a 9. I know it isn't an Atmos mix, but for a 7.1 mix, there were times you get the sensation that bullets or glass was falling from above. It's dynamic and matched the on-screen action nicely. For video, I'm gonna go 8.9. It's shot on film, so yes, there is grain, and it does soften the image at times. Some scenes the grain is heavier than others, and other times it's barely noticeable. And those IMAX sequences are fantastic looking. So should you grab this on 4K if you have the regular Blu-ray? I'm gonna say yes, and I think it's a pretty safe bet that you're gonna like the improvements in video quality. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to pick it up. It does help out the channel by using those links, which helps us bring you more content like this. Now if you found the video useful, give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below, and let us know what your favorite Mission movie is. Check out our social media links, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys again in the next video.